Hello and welcome to my channel and my first video in my new series titled Cities Explored, where I will be exploring major US and Canadian metro areas, diving into their histories, geography, culture, and other interesting facts. The first city I will be presenting in this series is the largest city in New Mexico, Albuquerque. With a population of around 564,000 people, it is the 32nd largest city in America. It has a metro area population of over 919,000, making it the 61st largest metro area in the US. It is also known as ABQ, Burke, and the Duke City. The original inhabitants of what is now known as Albuquerque were the Pueblo of Sandia, who have lived here for over 720 years. To this day, there is a reservation on the north side of the city. The modern-day city was originally a Spanish outpost founded in 1706 by Francisco Fernández de la Cueva, the 8th Duke of Albuquerque, which the city is named after. Albuquerque is situated in a relatively flat and fertile valley along the Rio Grande River in central New Mexico. The location provided access to water, fertile land for agriculture, and natural resources. It also served as a natural transportation corridor, making it a strategic point for trade and commerce. Albuquerque's location made it a crossroads for various routes. It was situated along the Camino Real, the royal road that connected Santa Fe to Mexico City. This facilitated trade between the Spanish colonies. The climate of Albuquerque, New Mexico is classified as dry, high desert climate. This means that the city experiences hot and dry summers and mild winters. There is a common consensus that the nights are surprisingly cold, however. Now, usually I don't think judging an entire city for crime is a fair way to assess safety within a city, since usually crime can vary quite drastically from neighborhood to neighborhood, as well as the fact that reporting can vary from city to city. Any person can comfortably live in the most dangerous city in this video series and be perfectly fine. That said, Albuquerque has a violent crime rate of 14 crimes committed per 1,000 residents. This ranks it as the 9th most dangerous metro on this list. Safer than Cleveland, but more dangerous than Indianapolis. As for the skyline of the city, at 22 stories, the Albuquerque Plaza Office Tower is the tallest building in the city, and within the state as a whole. The next tallest buildings include Hyatt Regency Albuquerque, NNVA, formerly known as the Compass Bank Building, 500 Marquette, and Bank of the West Tower. Since a skyscraper is considered to be any building at least 150 meters in height, the city technically has no skyscrapers. Personally, when looking at the skyline, I am not a fan. There does not seem to be a good flow from building to building, and there's just way too many massive open-air parking lots in the downtown core. I will say that the Sandia Mountains in the background do provide a good redeeming quality to the aesthetic of the city. I do think that the Santa Fe skyline, however, while being significantly smaller, does have an interesting architectural style to it, and is well integrated into the local natural landscape. The city demographics break down as follows. 49.2% are considered Hispanic or Latino, 38.3% are considered non-Hispanic white, 4.5% are indigenous, 3.1% are black, 3% are Asian, and 1.9% are considered other. In the last presidential election, the county voted 61% Democrat, 37% Republican, and the remaining 2% voted third party or independent. Albuquerque does not have any major league sports teams, but it does have a few minor league and collegiate sports, most notably the University of New Mexico Lobos, which competes in D1 football, soccer, basketball, baseball, and more. Some festivals that are unique and iconic to Albuquerque include the Gathering of Nations, which takes place in April, where multiple native tribes come together in dance and celebration of their cultures. One of the biggest draws to Albuquerque is the Albuquerque Balloon Festival, which takes place for 9 days in October every year. Over 500 hot air balloons fill the sky, making it the largest hot air balloon event in the world. And during the winter months, the old downtown neighborhood lights up for its winter festivities. For outdoor recreation, Albuquerque is home to the Rio Grande State Park, which features hiking trails, river beaches, bird watching, and exhibits. There is also a zoo and botanical gardens. The city is also known for year-round golfing, rock climbing, and horseback riding. For music and theater, Albuquerque is home to a few musical venues, such as the Revel Entertainment Center, Isleta Amphitheater, Kiva Auditorium, and Pope Joy Hall. It is also home to the New Mexico Philharmonic, which is the city's professional orchestra. The Albuquerque food scene is influenced by its Spanish, Mexican, and Southwestern United States roots. The city does have an international food scene as well, including Indian, Japanese, as well as Middle Eastern foods. Red and green chili peppers are heavily used in the Albuquerque cuisine scene. They put those peppers on literally everything: burgers, pizza, even mac and cheese. The city is known for dishes such as green chili stew, Navajo tacos, and breakfast burritos. Some highly rated and respected restaurants and places to eat in the area include El Pinto, Frontier Restaurant, Sawhill Market, Campo at Los Pablonos, Indian Pueblo Kitchen, and Santa Fe, which is part of the greater metro area, also houses some iconic quality restaurants, including The Shed, Maria's New Kitchen, El Farol, and El Parasol serves as a local fast food chain. Twister's is also a local fast food chain that likely inspired Los Polos from Breaking Bad. On the city's north side, there is a water park and something that could barely be considered an amusement park, called Cliffs Amusement Park. Some of the top attractions in the area include Sandia Peak Tramway, a nearly 3-mile-long aerial tram, making it the longest aerial tramway in the Americas. At the top, there are breathtaking views and an iconic restaurant. Old Town in Albuquerque and Santa Fe Plaza both offer boutique shopping, iconic restaurants, and local activities and entertaining displays of song and dance, all in an iconic historical setting with beautifully preserved Spanish-Mexican architecture. The cities offer some museums as well, including the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History, the New Mexico Museum of Natural Science and History, and the Museum of International Folk Art. There is a children's museum as well, and a plethora of old iconic cathedrals, as well as heritage centers for the local communities. ABQ is served by Albuquerque Public Schools, which received a niche score of B+. It is also home to the University of New Mexico, the largest university in the state, which also hosts a campus in Santa Fe. Some other notable universities include New Mexico Highlands University, Lewis University, and University of St. Francis. Albuquerque is the economic powerhouse of the state. The city ranks 73rd out of all U.S. metros based on its real GDP. Some of the top employers in the region include Sandia National Laboratories, Albuquerque Public Schools, the University of New Mexico, Lovelace Hospitals, the U.S. federal government, and the New Mexico state government. The city also has a growing tech sector as well. As of now, there are no top 500 Forbes companies headquartered in this region. Albuquerque has a walk score of 43, a transit score of 29, and a bike score of 61. The city is a car-dependent city that even the official Visit Albuquerque website says on their transit page. Once visitors are here, they will find Albuquerque is best experienced by car. ABQ Ride is the city's public transportation service and provides rapid transit and local bus services, as well as a paratransit service with the Sun Van for those with disabilities. Bus fares are currently free, and the New Mexico Railroad Express from Albuquerque to Santa Fe goes 10 times a day and is owned by the state. Currently, train fares are based on location, as well as the frequency of use. Some movies and TV shows that were shot in the area include The Avengers, The Lone Ranger, No Country for Old Men, Hell or High Water, and of course, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Some famous people born in the area include Jeff Bezos, Demi Lovato, Neil Patrick Harris, Holly Holm, David Eagleman, and Floy Agnes Lee. I hope this video was informative and entertaining for you. And if you feel that I have missed anything or gotten anything incorrect, please let me know in the comments below. Sources are compiled in a Google document in the description and or pinned comment. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video on Albany, New York.